Hi, this is Lanier Ward with Century 21, and I'm also a member of the Lilburn Business Association board. This month, we're putting the spotlight on Cristina Zakis and her business doTerra. Let's hear a little bit from Cristina about how she got here and her plans for the future.
Well, I'm Cristina Zakis, and I was born right here in Lilburn, and I've lived here all my life, except for the 4 years that I went to college. I went to Washington, D.C., and so where I met my husband, and we now have 2 teenage sons and live here in Lilburn. I studied education and been a teacher here in Gwinnett County for 25 years. I've worked here teaching and then training teachers. I had a dream of opening my own store one day where I could help people with solutions, natural solutions to health. But my husband was activated in the Navy and sent to Afghanistan, and that dream was put on hold. And as he returned, I went back to full-time work with Gwinnett County, and it was a friend there who introduced me to doTerra. And I had no idea that there was this company who was sourcing oils from all over the world, who was able to provide these pure and potent oils that could service my family, that I could share with other people without having to have a store. So I started kind of that side gig of teaching people about the oils and being able to set people up as wholesale customers and really create that residual income. But it's just gotten to the point where I did not need to work full time with Gwinnett County anymore, and I can dedicate all my time to my doTerra business and my family. So transitioning from being customer to this being my business and my job was really invigorating, because really quite immediately as I started sharing the oils, the stories started coming back to me from friends and family like, oh my gosh, this really worked, or I can't believe how I don't have this anymore, or I've experienced this relief, or that kind of thing. So very invigorating and really affirming. Like I realized that yes, God had planted that dream for a reason, and then here I was able to realize it. So my ideal client is really anyone who really is willing to try something natural, or somebody who's already healthy and just is really interested in using natural things to maintain that well-being. It's not just reactive, it can be proactive, yes. I even have athletes, for example, who before they go for their practice or before they go work out, they will apply the certain topical oils to make sure that their muscles don't get as sore as they would have gotten. So things like that, you can be very proactive. The plans for the future are extremely exciting and very positive as doTerra has continued to grow even through these past 2 years. Their future is very bright as they continue to find new farmers to work with around the world to source oils. I think this is an area that is just expanding, and the knowledge is expanding also. We find that doctors are very open to it, and so our oils are actually in several hospitals around the world where we're in Vanderbilt's ER and their burn unit, and even their nurses use our oils. So it's exciting. It's going to expand, and it's going to be really great to see. Yes, you can get peppermint anywhere. Unfortunately, I've even been seeing where you can buy like what's called an essential oil at the dollar store or at Home Depot. Yeah, and it's not the same thing, There are even some essential oils in some natural food places that I have seen where you look at the ingredients and it says it has alcohol in it. And so our peppermint oil, which I just happened to put a drop in my mouth before we started this, it's pure peppermint oil, nothing else in there. Our peppermint is sourced from Washington State here in America. doTerra looks for 2 things. One, either where it's indigenous, okay, because God placed it there for a reason. It grows best there, it has the best chemical composition, or a very similar climate and similar area that can grow it just as well, okay. doTerra does not bring their farms to America. One of my favorite oils is frankincense, for example, and we source it from Somalia. And one of the coolest things is that the farmers in Somalia were being taken advantage of by the government there, and doTerra was able to come in and give them fair price for their oil. So we established very positive relationships. We call that source to you. We call it co-impact sourcing, actually, and it's really neat because we know that we're impacting the farmers, their families, and that community, and then they're impacting us with the quality of oil that they're able to provide. I'm excited about Lilburn. Having been here all my life, I've seen it grow. I've seen it become very diverse, which has been wonderful. As a teacher of ESOL, English to speakers of other languages, it's been beautiful to see how Lilburn has welcomed so many different cultures. It's exciting to see the Lilburn Business Association becoming very active. I know the Women's Club is very active. Great to see places like this, Citizen Exchange, bringing artists together from around the community and giving them a place to sell their wares. It's quite the family feeling. And when we were looking for a place to buy our home in the 90s, my husband and I decided we wanted to live in Lilburn. One, because of the schools. We wanted our sons to be able to go to the schools here in this cluster. I have one son at Parkview High School now playing soccer, and we're just so pleased with that school community and then with all of the Lilburn community. Being part of LBA has been such a positive experience. It's been neat. We're kind of small right now, which is nice because I've gotten to know people and really starting to establish some friendships and some relationships. Being able to promote businesses for people, when someone says on a Facebook page, anybody know of someone who does this, and being able to refer people. I only see it getting bigger and better. Sandra has done a phenomenal job, I think, pulling us together, getting the website, together, and providing events like we had the other day for Black History Month. That was awesome, and yeah, I think it's a great way to network and great way to just feel very positive about the future of Lilburn.